Piece by Piece was released in theaters over the weekend, and I went to the theater to go see it, so let's review. Piece by Piece is an animated biographical documentary about the life of musician Pharrell Williams, but it's in the style of Legos. Now, me being a fan of Pharrell's music and the fact that this is an animated documentary in the style of Legos, it immediately caught my interest, so of course I had to go see it. And of course, everybody and their mama knows about Pharrell. He's made a song that everybody knows, whether that be Happy from the Despicable Me movies or a lot of the music he's made from hip hop, pop, rock, you name it. Even his music from when he was with NERD. Everybody knows who Pharrell is. So when I saw this movie and saw that it was in Legos, I mean, hey, actually three things I love. Music, Legos, and Pharrell. They put those things together. I'm like, I'm curious to see how this turns out. And I'm here to report that it turned out just right. Now, this animated documentary was directed by Morgan Neville, who made Want You Be My Neighbor, the documentary about Mr. Rogers. This movie definitely illustrated Pharrell's love of music, how he got into music, how he puts music together, and we even see earlier in the movie his church influences because he was raised in the church. And quick side note, I saw a little bit that said of how Jermaine Dupri, the producer of So So Def Records, about how he says that a lot of R&B artists of today, they don't have that church influence, or they wasn't raised brought up into the church, so that's why R&B singers sound so differently this day. And he does have a point, and I felt like this movie definitely illustrated, because you can definitely see some of the church influences from Pharrell singing or even in his music. But Pharrell, he just has such a creative mind that he just manifests everything. In fact, he says in the movie that he just sees music as colors, and he grew up in the Virginia Beach area. And I even just now noticed how him growing up near a beach, the Neptunes, the whole ocean vibe inspired Pharrell. But we get to see how he grew up in Virginia Beach, how he met Chad, that's a part of NERD, and the rest of the members that's a part of there, and how he got to start making music. And I did not know he worked with Teddy Riley in this popular song, Just Wanna Zoom, Zoom, Zoom in the Boom, Boom. We see how he got started there, and from there, he just worked with a lot of artists. We see, because this movie really is a celebration of Pharrell, his music, and the artists that he launched, came up with, or even relaunched, because of course, he grew up in that Virginia Beach area with Timbaland, Missy Elliott, Pusha T. And as a native of the DMV area, even though I didn't grow up in Virginia Beach, I do appreciate the glory that he gave to Virginia Beach in this movie. But like I said, he really jump-started a lot of careers, or helps contribute to a lot of careers, such as, like I said, Teddy Riley, Pusha T, Timbaland, Missy Elliott, Daft Punk, Khalees, Kendrick Lamar, Gwen Stefani, Snoop Dogg. He worked with Nori on the song Super Thug. Of course, everybody knows that he worked with Jay-Z. Busta Rhymes, I totally forgot Pharrell produced that song, Past the Gavassier. Forgive my ignorance, I did not know Pharrell Williams produced the song All Right by Kendrick Lamar. Senorita with Justin Timberlake. And like I said, he helped relaunch, or at least in this case of Gwen Stefani, he helped make her more accessible to audiences outside of her band, no doubt. And that's how we got songs like the song Hollaback Girl, or as I like to refer to it as, the most annoying song of 2005. And to go back to Teddy Riley real quick, it was also funny watching this movie in Lego form, because they do recreate the Zoom 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 and the Poom Poom music video, and we all saw that video, and it just has women in bikinis, and so we see Lego women in bikinis. That's just funny in itself. And then, of course, he's worked with Snoop Dogg, Drop It Like It's Hot, Drop It Like It's Hot. But it's also funny because when they talk about how the two of them work together, and we all know Snoop Dogg, he smokes a lot of weed, but this is still a kid's movie, and so they have a bottle called PG Spray, and they just spray it around, so they just trying to imply that, hey, Snoop was smoking weed, but hey, the kids. And of course, everybody knows about Daft Punk and the song they made with Pharrell, Get Lucky. I'm just naming off all these people and songs because, to me, this movie wasn't just a good take on a biographical documentary, but it was also a good little celebration and nostalgia trip of all the songs Pharrell produced and I totally forgot that he made, and to all the careers that he helped launched or relaunched. But it was also a nice love letter to the Virginia Beach area. Again, shout out to Pharrell for that. He also talks about how grief was a contributor to how he made the song Happy for the Despicable Me movies. Format and structure wise, I'd say it probably didn't go as deep into Pharrell's life as some people may wanted it to, but hey, it's still a Lego movie, and so there's only so much that Pharrell's gonna reveal to the world, especially since this is his movie. But this movie did give you just enough to sink your teeth into. Plus, this movie was only an hour and a half, just the right length to get through this movie. I'd say this movie is definitely for everybody. If you're a fan of Pharrell and his music, you will like this. And especially since you grew up on this movie is definitely a nice little nostalgia trip for you and a celebration of his career. And if you're a fan of Legos, hey, you'll find some enjoyment in this. And if you like a good documentary, you'll also love this. To me, this is probably my favorite feel-good movie of the year right here. Animation fans are definitely eating good right now. Between this movie, The Wild Robot, and Transformers 1, we still got Moana 2 on the way, but it was looking a little rough for animated movies at the beginning of the year, but then they just started stacking up, and piece by piece, you're definitely in that conversation now. Now, I'm going to start a little something here where I'm just going to have a little scale for each rating. So as you can see for the hard eyes emoji I have right here, it's not fully red, but it just means how much of the hard eyes emoji that I give this movie. And so for this instance, so yeah, I give piece by piece the hard eyes emoji, but I'm going to give it a little leeway just to make it up to a masterpiece, depending on how I feel about this movie months from now. But otherwise, yeah, this is easily probably, we still got a few more months left, but this is easily within my top 10 favorite movies of the year. Maybe my favorite animated movie of the year. I don't know. I still got to see The Wild Robot and Transformers 1 again to see how I feel about those movies after seeing them in the theaters. But for right now, this is the one that stands out in my mind the most. This your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.